Hi, I'm Bowling Otter. Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
Lucy Sandwich.
And welcome to what?
I forgot. I was going to say, don't forget the new intro.
Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
And I'm Lucy Sandwich.
And welcome to
the BS on the Internet.
Anyway, hi.
Another
It's been
week.
another week.
Oh
Been
my
another
gosh.
one of those weeks.
And another jam-packed, I'm starting to see a pattern. What are you looking at?
Connecting to Discord. I'm turning my phone over. Anyway,
Flyers.
let's move on.
Flyers. But it's been another one of those crazy weeks, and I'm starting to see a pattern.
Yes.
I'm starting to think that we're living in very strange times.
I think we're just looking.
guess.
I think we're just looking.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
We look for stuff.
And-
but there we are still living through strange times.
Yeah, we are.
So it's
and
interesting.
for the first time, we asked you guys on Twitter what you would like to see.
Yes.
And so a lot of these are from you, or all of them,
All of them
actually,
are,
except
yeah.
for the subreddit of the week.
Yes,
they
that's
were
the- that's
all
the
your
list you pick
suggestions.
every time.
Yes. Aw, okay. Well, if you have a suggestion for a subreddit, let me know. But if, all of these are yours for the first time. And I'm really glad for that, because I wouldn't have found these. I think I would have probably wound up picking something else.
A bunch of these I
so
would not
I'm
have
really
seen.
glad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that makes me interested to discover stuff today too.
Right.
Let's have fun.
Yes. So if you find something that you want us to cover on this, tweet us on Thursdays.
Yes.
So this way we know, because we always record this on Thursdays or Fridays. So just to
One
be
of those
safe,
two. So yeah,
I'd
if you give
say
it to us on Thursday, it has a shot of getting in there.
Yeah. So let us know. But let's move on,
Let's
shall
go.
we?
All right, I'm glad you asked for this one, actually. This is a light phone, too, because I was pretty interested in this. I saw it getting passed around a little bit on Twitter today.
Okay.
There's a company doing a simple phone, a very simple phone, that only texts and calls, from what I understand, and it's supposed to be getting us off being reliant on smartphones. But I'm wondering, we want to watch the video here. It's only a couple minutes long, but I want to see what this is all about, because that's all I know of it. So I want to see what they're
doesn't
saying
it look
about
like
the
an
rest of
Apple device?
it kind of looks more like a Kindle. I think it looks like e-ink.
You think
almost.
so?
Yeah.
Well, it could be e-ink, I bet.
How we spend our days is always connected, staring at our screens. Well, that will be how we spend the rest of our lives.
Oh, jeez.
This is deep.
See, as humans, we are vulnerable, and our smartphones are engineered to use these vulnerabilities against us.
Oh, boy.
This is why we've intentionally designed a phone to be used as little as possible. It's a phone that encourages you to leave behind your smartphone, to spend that quality time doing the things
Oh, it's
that
not a
you love the
replacement.
most.
No.
We call it going light.
Oh, so it's like a scaled down version of your phone.
Just so you leave the
Almost
house
3
with it, you can
years,
leave your other phone at
10,000
home.
phones later, we find ourselves asking, how can we go light more often? How can we go light for good? Introducing the Light Phone 2.
2?
A beautiful matte display, 4G connectivity, and messaging.
Hey,
We are
friend.
rethinking what an operating system can be. A few essential tools,
Wow.
thoughtfully implemented, and a pleasure to use. Maybe an alarm clock, a ride home, a playlist, or some simple directions.
Just look at your GPS and your Uber.
Tools, not
You know
feeds.
what?
It's a phone that actually respects you. Light was born as a refreshing alternative to the tech monopolies. We don't want to be made to feel that we're not enough. We believe objects can empower us, can help us appreciate our lives even more. We are humans, and we're taking back our lives.
Okay, I only have one problem with this.
What's that?
I kind of like it. I kind of think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't see a camera.
Ooh.
It would be tough nowadays
To be away from the camera.
to be away from the camera.
Well, you know what I'm wondering?
I'm just thinking, maybe it's because we have a baby. And we also
Yeah.
be like, oh, just think what's going
I know. And to tell you the truth, I'm trying to become more cognizant of how often I have it out.
Yeah.
I put mine down a lot. I
Yeah.
really try and if I feel like I've had it in my hand for more than a couple minutes, I'm like, put it down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really trying to, especially if I'm spending time with him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want him to remember me just like this the
Yeah.
whole time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, if he's busy doing something, I'll grab it. But if he's kind of like,
And
you know.
it's so tempting because it's
you wanna
often
take
kind of
pictures
boring.
Yeah,
Where you're like
is.
watching
That's
them.
so true. It doesn't
it's
get
fun
boring.
for a while, but then like a couple hours later, like it's just the same show going on the TV.
Yeah.
He's doing his stuff. If
Yeah,
I try
he's
to interact
playing,
with him, he's
same
not always
toys.
going to even reciprocate. He's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
blah blah. So you're just like, are you going to do your thing?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just happy and content. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to hang out here, make sure he's safe.
Right.
And then what do you do when that happens? You're going to watch
Then you
Sesame
go.
Street
Then you
100
go like
times,
this.
and then it's
Yeah.
like I'm going to check
Well,
Twitter.
you could read a book.
Yes, you're right. There's
You could.
alternatives.
There-
That's exactly
yes,
right.
there's
It's just the
alternatives.
default. That's what you go to, and that's not just true for a boring day watching your kid if he's not
Right.
if he's like doesn't need any help with anything.
Yeah.
It extends to any time you're bored for a moment. The default is to go to the phone.
Yeah.
And-
Well, you know what I do like with this is that since it's 2, it looks like they put out obviously the one, but like it just had a phone and texting, and then they tested it. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, it's too much. It's too much of a difference. It's too much of a step back. So then they would say, all right, what would you like? Like, what are your essentials?
Yeah.
And people probably said texting, GPS, playlist.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I would pick.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, calls, texting, GPS, playlist.
Yeah.
And then maybe Twitter, but that's part of the problem.
No, it couldn't be Twitter.
It couldn't be Twitter. Yeah.
Social
So-
media would have to be out of the equation.
Right. So it's just pretty much a phone without social media
Yeah.
and games
Basically.
and stuff like that.
I mean, they could
which
probably. Did they say there's a calculator on that?
I don't know.
Because there could be a calculator
Could
very
be a
easily.
calculator, yeah. An
I mean,
alarm. They
yeah,
said
they
an
have
alarm.
an alarm on there.
Yeah.
So there's a few things. It almost seems like I wonder if
They're over their goal.
Like, it's less that like it might be a matter of just removing just a handful of tools from your existing phone.
Right.
If you took social media away from your phone,
Oh my gosh, done.
that might be it.
That might be it.
That might be all you need. It's
Yeah.
probably less of addiction to your phone and more of an addiction to social media.
I know, well, you know what really got me as far as phone use goes, and it's so hard to go back. I get that. It's so hard to force yourself to walk backwards when you've been so connected.
And we've been
'cause-
taken along slowly.
Yes, and it's really, really hard,
Yeah.
especially when a lot of what we do relies on social media and
Yeah.
YouTube and things like that. So we are, we need to be on, we want to be on. It's
Yeah.
part of like what we do. But I did see something one day that I looked at, and you didn't have it, but I did, where everybody get your hand and the hand that you hold your phone in, and look at your pinky and see if you have a little divot like right here where you hold your phone like this. Wait, let me see, like this, right? So if you have like a little dent right above your second knuckle, like your big joint here, then like you're on your phone too much. And I look down and darn it, I have it.
I feel like I do too, though.
I have, it's like a little diagonal line. If you have it, put hashtag I have it.
I have it.
I have it in the comments, because when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, because it's like you're changing your anatomy. You're changing.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
like when you wear a ring a lot,
You get the divot
and
in
like
there.
you get like a little pinch in your finger or something. So if that's the case, it's almost like you're wearing a ring, like on
Yeah.
your pinky.
It's
you know?
doing as much
Or
as
your
actually
thumb.
wearing a piece of clothing
Yeah.
that literally doesn't come off.
Right.
Yeah.
Or some people have it on other fingers or something, like the finger that you use to support the phone, because I have a big phone and I need my pinky to kind of hold it
Yeah.
up. You could kind of hold yours like this, okay?
Yeah,
But
actually,
I balance on my
I
pinky
usually have to
a
use
lot.
my thumb though. I need
Yeah?
to put my pinky in there.
Yeah, I've
Balance
got
it
a
on
pretty deep one. We talked about that for a long time. Darn you guys! You're
So it
giving
is
us things that we like.
It is e-ink.
So it is e-ink,
Which means
yeah.
that it'll be perfect in sunlight. It'll look
Yeah.
like a Kindle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love those.
This really, yeah, Kindle's
You know
amazing.
what? If you guys
Wow,
would
you
use
know what?
this, let us know.
I think I might, if it's a situation where it's like, I would maybe, it would replace my phone.
Yeah.
If it's not too expensive, it wouldn't necessarily replace my phone. It'd just be one that maybe I grab when I go
Yeah.
instead of leaving with this.
Yeah, drive with that maybe.
Drive with
So
that,
you're not
or like
tempted
if
to-
you're like a restaurant, you're not going to be tempted to take it out and check something real quick because you can't.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Or like a date.
Yeah, a
You
date.
know, job
well,
interview.
I would leave my phone in
Movie
in
theater?
the car for this
Yeah,
like that. I couldn't
true.
like
Yeah.
go to like a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Phone has to be in the car because
Yeah,
it's
I know.
crazy.
It's just,
But
it's
yeah.
where we are now. But
It is
tell
where
me,
we are now. But
tell
yeah, we
me
have
if
to
you would,
actively work
if you would
against
use
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so hard having.
Didn't say how much it is, does it?
No, it
Okay.
didn't. It didn't.
Because
But
that might be the
interesting.
kicker.
It
Yeah.
might be.
If
It
it's
might
a
be.
cheap thing you can just pair with your existing phone, and
Yeah.
I could leave the house with it, I might consider that.
Yeah.
I like it. It's
You
an
know who would
attractive
love
device
that?
too.
My parents, my
Oh,
mom.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom would love it. My mom's always like, "What are these buttons? What is this?" My mom's somebody who, like, if it's slow, she will like tap like 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, still doing, Mom! And she's like, but
We
I
all
don't
did that when
understand.
we were
And I'm
little
like,
until we realized that like it saved up all those clicks that would
yes,
happen all at one time.
yes, and
towards
you were
like,
the boom,
oh
boom, boom,
my.
boom, boom. I know, crazy. But anyway,
Yeah.
cool stuff. Okay, so apparently a bunch of Republicans from Utah decided to get together and rap about how a bill, like what a bill is,
Yeah.
or like a la Schoolhouse Rock
Yeah,
type.
we already have, you know.
Yeah, but like supposedly this is really cringy.
Yeah, it's been incredibly
So-
cringy. Like, I mean, it's just. I
Oh
don't
God!
know.
Everybody get like a pillow to hug
Yeah,
to just
let's see
watch
how it
it,
happens.
and let's see what happens
Here
here
we go.
because oh my gosh,
I'm afraid of this.
I know. So my oh gosh. Oh boy.
Great, cool.
This is going well.
This is a good one.
Now, this is a story all about how
Our bills get flipped into a law.
I'd like to take a minute and just sit right there.
I'll tell you how a bill becomes law on this by
It's not
Chain
even.
Bear.
It's
Chain Bear.
completely off the
Chain Bear.
beat too.
In a legislator's mind, an idea is
Oh my God! He came in too early.
And the law book is where they spend most of their day.
drafting
In the law book is what that's for most of the day.
And I'll introducing bills inside of House chambers.
We're more than a couple of guys. Start reviewing the bill.
Are they making changes in committee on the Hill?
They may get in one little fight, but it's just because they care.
They say we're moving this bill back to the floor and we'll argue it there.
He's putting for a vote, and the answer is clear.
and the bill passes and goes over the Senate to here.
If it passes the Senate, then the bill is probably fair.
You thought it was law, but it's just not quite there.
It goes up to the governor to determine its date.
And if it's good, Herbert might even be signing it later. Look at that bill. It's finally there.
Sitting as law, ready to be declared.
Oh God, they tried to do it at the same time and they couldn't do it at the end. Oh God, that was so. Oh, that one like infiltrated my soul. I did not enjoy that.
You know, that
Oh.
that song is a Philly like
See?
staple.
You know,
you do not mess with the theme song.
I think
to Fresh
it's like
Prince of Bel-Air.
if honestly, if you're not going to care, look, this seems nitpicky, but if you're not going to care where the beat is, why are you bothering putting a
It could have been a
beat in?
freestyle. It could have been a freestyle. Did
Freestyles
they-
go to the beat.
Well, that was the person I bet who was just recording it. I bet they just had everybody read
Yeah,
their
you're right.
lines,
Nobody sang
and then
along.
he just played it underneath. I don't
But
think
he
he like
could have tried.
had somebody beatboxing. Like,
Somebody
here's
spliced
your
that
tempo.
together.
Yes, somebody
spliced it
You're
together,
right.
and they didn't nudge the verses over the beat. You could have done that.
Yeah.
Not they
That's
wouldn't even
hard.
have it perfectly there. If it's just kind of like somewhere in the ballpark.
Oh my God.
Ah, that was
Oh my
so
God.
weird.
That was not
That
fun.
was so weird.
Did you learn anything?
We already knew that. We already have Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the problem with Schoolhouse Rock?
Bill.
Do we need
Ray
that?
Charles.
we need that?
The Utah Republicans did need that.
Okay.
Apparently,
Was that
they thought
self-educating?
people weren't understanding. How about the guy with the "Make America Great"
Yeah.
with
And
the
it was-
MAGA hat?
Was that
The
Steelers?
Steelers.
It's just like- Maybe that's to say I'm not Philly. I don't care about Fresh Prince.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, maybe that was a Philly dig right there.
Philly-Pittsburgh rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. You go like through the half of the state, you watch it change.
Oh, yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you go from all the Eagles stuff,
Yeah.
and then it like slowly changes, and then it has signs like "You are now entering Steeler country," and you're like, you know. And I don't think we have it on the way back.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, everyone's
it's
like,
only on the
Eagles
way
don't
out.
have to brag about it. The Eagles fans are always way more than the Pittsburgh fans. That at least Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh as far
Yeah.
as raw population goes.
Right.
You know, so yeah,
Weird.
I feel like the Pittsburgh one got defensive.
Yeah, they did.
Basically.
They did.
All right, so this is pertinent because we play video games a lot and talk about video games a lot. And you guys, and we mentioned the Parkland shooting before, you know, and
Yeah.
we didn't want to touch anything like political, legislative wise.
Yeah.
But I thought this was just kind of silly and worth bringing up, and you guys were talking about it as well on social media. So it's that. With the whole talk about gun reform or no gun reform back and forth, they decided to pick a scapegoat
Yeah.
as the video games again. Like we're back to Mortal Kombat when that came out in like the 90s.
Yeah, and movies as well.
Yeah, and movies.
We need to see if there's a rating system.
Yeah, we need to see if there's a rating system. He did not know there's a rating system.
Yes.
So
the way this is he looking at me right now? I'm going to scroll away.
Yeah.
Because look, I bet the way I'm sitting in this video right now, I bet he's staring at me. Yeah. So I'm just going to move out of the way. So Trump's not like looking at me the whole time. Look at me the willies. But yeah, so we're back on saying that video games are the reason and the catalyst for all of these shootings because the kids are seeing the violence.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the first thing I see everybody say, it's like, oh, it's funny. There's no video games and violent movies anywhere else in the world. Only here. But either way, it just seems silly that this particular argument, like, I did see there was a study in the past several years that found a correlation between aggression in people and video games, but it wasn't violent video games.
Right.
It was bad video games.
Yes.
It was video games with poor mechanics that were frustrating.
Yes.
And that was a link
that
from
was
there
causing
to aggression.
Yeah.
So it's like
not looking at violence.
Yeah. So it's not like it's without merit to look to video games for a potential something that will encourage violence or aggression, we should say, and that could take any kind of form. You know, whether it's like going out on the internet and lashing at somebody, being a troll, or it's like actually physically doing something to somebody if it builds up enough. There's merit in continuing with studies like that. But there's been several studies, like big studies, that didn't show any casual link between violent video games and violence.
Right.
Like, so it's like, it just seems so
like
obvious.
somebody playing video games and wanting to be violent because they were playing Call of Duty or something like that.
There was nothing there.
Yeah. And to tell you the truth, like in our gaming experience, and I'm sure you guys have this too, that if you play something that doesn't work, or if you play something that has a really frustrating game mechanic, like I am Brett, then
they're called rage games.
Yes, that makes you
violent
more
games
angry.
aren't called rage games.
No, violent games.
Frustrating games are called rage games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's my point exactly. Yeah. So I totally get that, but the fact that we're back to this, and like I thought we were so over this. Like conversation, like when I read that like we got to meet and talk about video games or whatever, like my eyes rolled out of my head all the way down the block. You know what I mean? I was like, oh!
What happened so close to when ERD came out was just like, so they need a rating system, kind of like movies for games, and it's like, oh god, this is the dude that said he's gonna go talk to the games industry. It's like the guy that didn't know there was a rating system. What's he gonna do? Walk out the door and be like, we need ratings? Be like, God, be like, cool, nice talking to you. And then walk out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's so clearly a scapegoat because nobody wants to talk about anything else.
Right.
And like. Who knows? Who knows? You know,
I don't know. Tell
I
us
feel like
what
the
you
issue's
think.
gonna fall dead again.
Yeah,
personally,
that's true.
Until something else happens, but every time the threshold goes up just a little bit,
because
so
you know
it'll
what?
get there.
Something to remember, and I read an article about this a couple of weeks ago, and I keep coming back to it in my head because it seems like as these weeks go on and as crazy as things are, you know, it'll come out that this is going to become law or so-and-so said whatever and, you know, Jared Kushner or whatever. And everybody is like all up in arms about it. And then like 3 days go by and like you forgot about it.
And nothing happens.
And this article that I read was like, remember when this was supposed to happen and this was supposed to happen?
Yep.
And like boom, 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 boom. And none of it happened either because they never went through with it or because it was blocked by a judge or something like that as unconstitutional or whatever. So like that, like being in my mind is comforting to me, knowing that. And I remember thinking, I remember that. I was all worked up about it when it came out, and I was reading all about it in the news, and I had moved on because there's just bigger and bigger news happening all the time, and everybody's memory is really, really short, you know? So especially, I mean, with all these shootings, you know, they say the thoughts and prayers thing, and then, you know, everybody forgets, nothing happens, and then it's on to the next one. But it seems like people are making a lot of noise now.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see where all of this goes.
This is definitely the most attention it's gotten that I can ever remember.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
certainly.
Teenagers, I really just clap for you guys because you guys are killing it.
It's falling on your generation.
Killing it. Oh my gosh,
you guys
unreal.
are going to be the ones to do something about
Yeah,
it. So
yeah, for sure.
You know, we're the rest of us are up to this point and nothing's happened. So I guess next batter up.
You guys are doing amazing. I can't wait for you all to vote. I really, really can't because this is really something cool to watch.
It's funny you mentioned that though because it's like it becomes a chicken and egg scenario a little bit in some cases too because it's like the news cycle's crazy and you forget about stuff, but you wonder how much of that stuff didn't happen because there was this crazy uproar.
Right.
and then it kind of just fades quietly in the background. So maybe that's why some of this stuff doesn't happen, and some of the stuff gets forgotten, and we move on because it may have made a difference.
Right.
But it's so hard, you can't really determine that for sure. But it is crazy that this particular is coming up right now. With video games suddenly found their way back in this. Like, what are we going to talk about Marilyn Manson again?
I know.
You know, but that's what happened with Columbine. If you guys remember that was blamed on Marilyn Manson by a lot of people.
It's easier to point a finger at somebody than to think that the problem could be systemic and cultural.
Because that's much harder to solve.
Yeah, exactly.
Much harder to solve.
So it's just so much easier to be like you know, and it's your fault.
That's the real work.
Yeah, like you don't want to do the work.
That's why it's frustrating, because the people there are supposed to be the ones that wanted to do the real work. So that's the frustrating part.
That's true.
Okay.
But let us know your thoughts, please, in the comments. Okay, it's time for the subreddit of the week. And it's called Tippy Taps.
Tippy Taps.
Do you know what Tippy Taps are?
I don't know what Tippy Taps are.
I did
not. You did not?
No.
But you do now.
I do now. So Tippy Taps is when an animal gets really excited and they start just going.
That's Tippy Taps?
Tippy Taps, Tippy Taps. Look. Those Tippy Taps? What? Oh, I don't know, but you're really cute though. Are those considered Tippy Taps?
Oh, just like that.
Yes, like that little jump. You got it. You know exactly what I mean.
Okay, I think I get it.
You think I get it? All right, so let's go to top. Yes, it's the mood. Let's see. Oh, this one. All right. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? Doesn't that just make you happy? I would lose my mind.
That's
if
pretty
I saw
fantastic.
This. You know? It's just them all going like, you got it. An owl doing tippy taps? Whoa. Oh, he's creeping though. He is. He's creeping.
That's creepy taps.
Dance with my human.
Oh my God.
What's this? the aha, like the dudes. Yeah, I think that's what.
That was a BS on the internet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Let's see, happy cows returning to pasture after a long winter in the shed. Oh, that's tiny. Are they gonna go? Oh, were they inside the? Yay!
Oh wow! Look at that.
They're like, yeah!
Those are the happiest cows. I don't think I've ever seen a cow move that quickly ever.
Oh my gosh! Ever. Those are tippy taps.
Those are tippy taps. That's why they
so
get
cool.
the rest of the time they stop moving, because they get it all out right there.
Yeah.
And then they're tired for the rest of their lives until they go inside.
They gotta take a nap after that whole thing. This dog excited to see his owner. You your tippies. Now I'm kind of obsessed with tippy taps.
Boy.
Look at those feet! Look at those feet! Oh my gosh, do you not? I swear.
Oh, he gets down. Oh my God.
I swear. I love when a dog gets really excited and they come over.
Oh,
toys! Oh my God, kills me. It kills me! But sometimes they get so excited and they come up to you and then they have to run away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they come back around and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I love dogs.
They're like, oh, I gotta catch my breath. Oh, God.
Yeah, they do.
Have a heart attack.
Like,
Okay.
they need to like leave you for a little bit.
This is becoming
and then
unsafe. I gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, one more. Bull terrier meets crab. Oh,
and that crab's like, come at me, bro.
Ah! Yes. Look at that. It's like a little Nixon crab. He's got his little peace signs up.
Little Nixon crab.
Look at that. Yeah. Oh, he knocked him over too.
He kind of also looks like,
got up.
like, yeah. All right, this was another request for Iggy Azalea's new song, Savior, featuring Quavo.
I'm curious, because you know what?
Was
the
that
last
Quavo?
one she did
that Quavo or Quavo?
was the bounce, 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 bounce.
All right, well, let's see what this is all about.
I wasn't too crazy about the bounce, bounce,
Yeah, it was
bounce,
all right.
bounce. A little weird.
It became like a meme in the household, but it wasn't actually out of like enjoying the song. It was kind of like
a meme.
Like Gucci Gang.
A Gucci
wasn't
Gang.
really trying to chill on that song, but
right,
just became
right.
a joke in the house. But anyway, okay.
Who is Quavo?
Who's Quavo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
No,
I wonder who did the beat.
Yeah, I don't know if it has any like
it's not there. Okay.
Not there.
Yeah, not bad. That's like I was because like the only other Iggy Azalea song I really had a lot of fun with was the first one. What was the first one? With Charlie XCX.
Oh, that was Fancy.
Yeah, Fancy.
That was
Fancy.
fun.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I liked Fancy. And then yeah, and then she had a couple
She did one with
more.
Nicki Minaj.
She did one with
was.
yeah.
What was
she also did one with Britney that was really weird.
What was the spider one?
Spider.
Some
Yes,
Spider.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Black
yeah,
Widow?
yeah, Black Widow.
Black
Widow, baby. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my God. That
Yeah, I
feels
remember
like
that
so
one.
long
That was
ago.
a while ago, yeah.
Doesn't that feel like a long
was a while
time
ago.
ago? Geez,
Yeah.
it was probably like 2 weeks ago. But still,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
The bounce happened, and I was like, "That's where we're going with this."
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, maybe I mean, if maybe she's kind of broody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was broody.
That was broody.
broody.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe this is like
I'm
this
interested
is like
to see what else.
This is the album that follows the really like
Yeah.
crazy crowded one and is a little bit more chilled, subdued.
Yeah.
Like Nicki Minaj did that too with Pink Print. Also.
Sometimes you need to. Yeah. Like sometimes you gotta live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
they're
like this,
living.
Yeah, and like you do a
know?
whole album of like music that's not breathing at all into like stuff that is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
I
you
could
get more
not there's something
experience
wrong
and-
with music that like doesn't breathe. That could be a lot
Right.
of fun. But when you
Yeah.
do a whole album of that stuff, or even
Yeah.
multiple albums, it's like okay.
Yeah. And
You
then
know?
people start to expect that of you, and then you can't change
That's
it.
the tricky part.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
for
got to
sure.
wonder if like big fans of hers are going to be okay with this.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to be like, yes, Quay. And
Yeah.
then they're going to be okay.
I think it'll be good. I think people will like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what else she has. I feel bad if she's if she went through a breakup or something because
Especially if it turned out like
I
that.
hope that's what happened because
Yeah.
if I'm wrong, I really apologize. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened or something like that. But I liked it. What'd you think?
All right, guys, so that was this episode of BS on the Internet.
Yeah.
But before we leave, we want to send out our concerns real quick to everybody in the UK dealing with the snow, the weather issue
Look
over
at this. How are you guys, those of you who live out there? Because
Apparently about to get like 20 inches of
everywhere.
snow. It's
Yes,
about to
50
happen, almost 2
centimeters.
feet.
About
Yeah.
a lot of you guys, Glasgow, I see over here.
And by the
a
time
lot
we
of
watch this video, that
Leeds.
might have actually happened or not, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah, we're recording this on
Scotland,
Thursday. You guys see this on
Wales.
Sunday, so there's been 4 more days of potential weather there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of you were mentioning this when we were asking for stuff to talk about, and it's affecting a bunch of you.
Yeah.
And so
That's
it's like
insane.
businesses are shutting down and stuff. I mean, it's
Right.
pretty crazy.
I did see some pictures online earlier this week that Rome had snow,
Mm-hmm.
and they never ever get snow. So they were like thrilled, and people were coming outside. I know Paris had snow, and they were coming out and all excited about it and all of that. So
Yeah.
I know that snow can be very pretty in like certain dosages. For
Yes.
those of you who don't get snow.
Yeah.
Snow, but like we live in an area that can potentially get like crazy snow.
Yeah,
like,
every
we've
now and then
had
we get a
feet.
blizzard that
Like,
we have to be concerned about.
yeah. Usually about every year we have 1 or 2 snowstorms where we get maybe like 6 inches.
Yeah, something,
8 inches.
you know.
Something
You have to-
like that.
you have to shovel the
It's
driveway.
doable. There'll
That's
be a
about
snow
it.
day.
Yeah.
1 snow day,
Yeah.
maybe 2.
Yeah, at
if
max,
it's a
if it's a
storm.
bad one, yeah.
if it's a bad storm or something. But nobody's ever really like shut in the dark and the
Yeah,
cold.
we've got like
or whatever,
4
yeah.
years, I think, 4 or 5 years that I can remember where there were significant blizzards, and we're talking multiple feet of
Right,
snow.
right.
And that does happen every now and then, but it's rare. It's like once
Yeah.
a decade
right,
or so.
Right, and some of you guys are like in Canada, probably like having a good laugh at our expense.
Of
Like,
course, well, it's always relative.
Look at them.
Because I'm also talking to
Yeah.
a coworker who lives in Georgia, who was like saying like, yeah, their temperatures were going down to like 40 degrees, or the lows were under 32, or like in the 20s. For them, that's insane.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it is all relative because we're all like, oh, you know, of course we were reaching like 0. I think there's sub-zero temperatures going in the UK right now.
gosh,
It's been a
guys.
cold winter.
Yeah, it
Crazy
has.
winter.
Yeah,
It's
it
been
really
nuts.
has been.
I just hope everyone's staying safe.
Yes. So please let us know how you are in the comments, please.
Yes.
Boy, I've given you guys a lot of homework. Sorry about that.
If you like this video,
Yeah.
please support us on Patreon. Click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.
Bye. I could mid-jump, hit down.
Okay. Oh, that makes you fall straight?
Yes, I think so. Nope. Maybe. Let me do my thinking. Am I just missing something real?